and over again. And I'm just wondering if y'all have ever felt like everything was falling apart. Like every door was closing before you even got to it. I mean, it just slams you right in the face. Gives you all of that hope, that feeling that maybe I've got things. Let me put some lipstick on. I'm sorry. I just got through trying to cook something to eat and ended up having to clean up after the dogs. Then I've been working, doing applications all day. The sure thing, I've worked for this company for a long time and the contracts. And every time I try to renew for a new contract, they end up making it so hard and they don't have anybody to really talk to you about it. So their system messed up and it ended up making it to where that I couldn't even complete my application, and so I didn't get in there. So that's one thing that was it's really bothering me, and I just wanted to get on here. I've been trying to start a web page. I mean, a website. I've been trying to think about my niche, YouTube and everything. And I've had a lot to say, a lot of comments to make about things. And I really and truly believe that our nation, that we as a whole, even in our corporations, need to recognize that we're human beings and that we are all human and we all should respect and care about one another. What happened to love? You know, what happened to loving others? So anyway, we have obstacles that don't necessarily mean defeat. We can always find options, opportunities, and this is what this is about. So I looking for work. I have a lot of skills. I'm 59, going to be 60 next month, and I'm not used to being on the camera, so obviously I'm seeing myself and I'm kind of self conscious. But I wanted to talk briefly about um, this losing. When you lose something, and then let me try to put it in front of me. When you lose something, and then you're like, well, what do I do? You end up doing the same thing. You look for the same kind of job, same kind of pay, and it just is the same cycle. And that's what they say, that's insanity, is doing the same thing over and over again. When you do that, it's just going to be the same ending. You're going to be dissatisfied, or they're going to be dissatisfied. um, Find what you know how to do. What do you love doing? But it starts way before then. You have to shift your perspective that you are going to have to put in the time and the money and the effort, physical effort, brain effort, your time. You may be up late hours of night trying to get things worked out, but you need to do that. You need to dwell on what kind of new spaces opened up for you and forget about what you've lost. Just go ahead and start looking forward. You need to simplify your skills. So, when I say that, I mean, what are things that you always have known how to do? You may know how to garden, make stuffed animals, purses, earrings. You may know how to do things like that, and crochet or sew or things like that. Those are your skills that you pretty much do in your life, every single day. If you play video games, that I hear people make money just playing video games on YouTube. So there are things that you just need to make a list of the things that you do well. Maybe you bake, cook, um, maybe you sing. There should be, different things that different people do, because it's different strokes for different folks. And we need to appreciate that, because we wouldn't have anybody cooking our dinners. We wouldn't have anybody growing our produce. We wouldn't have anything if we didn't have people who had different skills and talents. And perspectives on things. So that's simplifying your skills. You're going to write down all of your skills. You're going to do a pro con list, kind of. You're going to try to cut down on the cons and just keep it positive. But the cons are like, if I've done this before, I keep doing this over and it doesn't work. Then you're going to use what's around you, your sewing machine, your computer, your YouTube camera, like I'm doing right now. And you're going to try to use the knowledge and the skills that you have and learn from them and learn more about them. Baking, you're going to bake bread and you could put it on video. You can bake bread and you could sell it at one of the local stores, see if they need bread for their paninis or their grilled sandwiches or whatever, or just to sell for communion. There's like 3 times a year, but you know what I'm saying. And then, well, that's for me, but I think some people have communion more than that. Unfortunately, I'm home a lot. So you're going to use your stove. You can make pies. A lot of times pies you can bake and sell without having to get, all that certificate, get an associate's degree or a culinary license or anything like that. You just have to look it up on your, in the city and state regulations. But usually if you just open a can of pumpkin pie and you're making a pumpkin pie and you're going to sell it to somebody, or I think generally they have cherry pie, blueberry pie, those kind of things, you can sell those. But you can grow things. You can babysit dogs. I would gladly hire you. And then first and foremost, it's your soul and your mind and your body. Take care of your faith. Take care of your figure. Do exercises, go walking, whatever. Pray, meditate, read the Bible for your faith, and take steps out in faith to meet people, just to go out, because you never know. You might meet that one person that has the opportunity for you. And I will tell you a story about that. I had lost a job because I have had a seizure because I have epilepsy. And I lost the job. Nothing I could really do about it. If I wanted to waste my time and fight it, it just would have been a waste of time, because they didn't have another opportunity for me within this store. I got, I met a person. I lived in Maui. I met a person who wanted to have coffee with me. I was standing in line to have coffee, and there was an elderly gentleman behind us that was listening to me talk about how I lost my job. And I really, and she was saying, well, what do you do? And I said, well, I was caregiver and I've done, I'm an artist. I do a lot of different things. I had a cleaning business. He hired me on the spot to be a personal caregiver for him, and to help do some, because I worked in insurance. He needed some help with a lot of different things. And so I had a job. And it was because I didn't stay at home sad and moping because I didn't have a job. So get outside and do something. Networking is what it's called. It's when you meet new people and you find out what they do for a living, and you tell them what your experiences are, and you kind of come together in similar interest. Now, there's a site that's called Meetup, and I don't know if they still do it, because I haven't been doing it in a while. But I used to go on Meetup, and I like to roller skate. I'm an artist. I like doing photography. I like going hiking. I mean, there's a lot of different things that I like doing, and there's some things that I would love to do. I love playing volleyball at the beach if I get a chance to, which I haven't been able to. Just living an hour away from the beach can keep you from doing things when you work from home and you just have animals and you have a house to fix up, which is what I do. So Yeah, I'm doing a lot. I'm not lazy. I'm not a loser. So mentally, don't think that there's something wrong with you because you don't have a job. I voluntarily let my job go. It may have been silly, it may have been foolish, but it was dragging me down. It was depressing me. I was getting yelled at a lot. And not only that, but I was, even despite that, the customers yelling at me wasn't as bad as my boss not supporting me and telling, I was improving on skills and improving on my metrics and everything. And it was as though I had done nothing. It was always pointing out the bad, always pointing out the bad. You did bad. Oh, you did bad. Oh, you did bad. And there was never, oh, you did good, you know? Woohoo. Sometimes we need that, we're people who like to be rewarded. And so mentally, that was dragging me down. Plus, I didn't have any interaction with other people for a solid year. None. I was in the house all the time. And that was pretty much all of the summer until just recently. And um, so I was thinking, I'm gaining weight, I'm getting unhealthy physically, and I just don't want to do that. And then I have to sit there and think, what do I want to do? Well, first of all, I have to take care of myself. I have to keep, no one wants to be around a party pooper. No one wants to be around somebody who feels down and out about themselves. And believe me, I know that because I've been through some tragedies, some real horrible, traumatic experiences. And it's been really hard for me to bounce back from it. And I haven't had and I don't know anybody in this area. And I haven't had anybody who was actually there for me when it happened. Nobody. In fact, I had people make it even harder for me by, stealing from me or, just trying to make my life harder. And being lied about was just crazy too. But that's another story, and we don't need to go into it because we're thinking positive, and I need to focus on what my skills are, making sure that my heart, mind, soul, body is healthy. And that's survival. That's called persevering. And that's not just survival, it's persevering. It's choosing yourself. Love yourself. And when you love yourself, this is something else that's very good for you to do. Go ahead and start volunteering. It's Thanksgiving. It's a good time to volunteer. Or you could volunteer at a pumpkin patch or something. You can volunteer your time just a little bit. It's also networking. It's volunteering as a way of networking. So it's a really good, opportunity for you. And I wanted to say that if you're feeling like you hit a dead end, and this is my analogy today because I was like, oh goodness, it's like driving and you hit a dead end and you have to turn around and you have to find a street and a detour to get around where you were to get where you want to go. Sometimes there's no detour. You just have to go and find another way. And sometimes that way is better than what you were going. And you need to accept that. Um, it's not that you, uh, okay, so I'm going to read this. Okay. So if you're feeling like you hit a dead end, don't give up. Look for the hidden, let me see if I can fix this, openings. Look for the hidden openings. What feels like loss might just be a setup for a new beginning. Take inventory of your skills, your interests, and what might be around you and start small. Opportunities don't always come wrapped in big packages. Sometimes they're waiting quietly in the simple things you already have. So remember, you're not defined by what you lost. You're defined by how you keep moving forward. Look, I'm choking up because you guys, I wrote this for myself. because you've got to dig deep and you've got to do it for you. Nobody's going to love you like you love yourself, except for God. And that's something else I'm going to talk about later on. But, you have to dig deep. So, um, so God's there and He's going to take care of you. He's already got the plan way ahead of you. And all you need to do is just relax, be still, take care of yourself, and move forward. Or be still. Just do what you're doing and it'll come. It'll come. So just know that God is placing exactly what you need in your path. If this encourages you, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I need a break. And I really want to talk about it. And I want to show you some things that I know how to do. And maybe you can learn. If you didn't find a skill or something that you knew how to do, you might find out something from me that you might say, hey, I can do that. Now, I'm good at finding what's good in other people. Terrible at finding what's good about me. So, I find animals and I keep them, and I care about people and I try to keep them. I've been told that I love too much, and that causes people to kind of run over me or to just avoid me and to kind of look down on me or to be jealous of me because I'm happy even so. The only thing that makes me sad is that you have to go through things alone. People need people to be there for them during certain times in their life. And it's strange. There are people, your own relatives, that will be there for other people they've met only a few years and never be there for you. And I'm going to say that giving somebody money, someone giving you money, is not as valuable as their time and their information. Because, see, they know people that they could introduce you to and help you move forward. And they do that for their children. They do that for the people they care about. They could do it for you. But there are some people who just don't want to see you do better. And money only pays the bill for that little short time. And then, you could be earning money to pay your bill instead of having someone give you money. People giving you money is a way for them to have some kind of control over you. And also they can go, yeah, I know, I have to pay your bills. You see what I'm saying? It's a way for them to kind of look good and then look down on you. So it's really important for you to kind of right now stay focused. Don't go laying taking naps. Stay focused and try to get stuff. Oh, that's another thing. Your closets. Go into your closets and your shed and start selling some things. Downsizing is not a bad thing. It's not. If you're not using it, sell it, because there's no better opportunity in the world than to just sell what you have. And networking is a big deal, because then how you can make your circle bigger. But I guess you would do it on like thrift up, is that what it's called? And then you can go on Etsy if you've got some really cool things like old jewelry or stuff, something that you've got a little bit of bulk items of it, like light bulbs. People sell light bulbs on Etsy. So what else? Oh, crafts like modeling clay, coloring, any kind of painting, artwork. You can try to sell it online. And fixing up furniture that you find on the side of the street is also a good thing, or making something that if you've got wood around your house, making something from that. And um, if you got a lawnmower, mowing people's yards right now, the leaves are on the ground with the twigs, but people like to have their lawn looking good with the leaves all mulched up because what if a snake's out in the yard or whatever. So people would love that, and pressure washing, detailing cars, carpet cleaning, cleaning homes, going to run errands for people. Um, yeah, laundry, doing laundry for people. I know that there's like gig work and stuff that you can get in on there, but you can also do it just for a few people that that you've met, and you say, hey, look, I can help you with your laundry. I can help you with going to get groceries. And it may not be like major, major money, maybe just $20, $30, but that's pretty good. I mean, if you get 5 people, that's $100. So, I always told my kids five, 5 20s makes 100, and it's quick to spend those 20s too. So anyway, and don't hesitate to buy whole food and cook for yourself. Um, don't buy big bags of dog food. No, if you got hens, go ahead and get that chicken feed. But if you, and that's another thing, you could sell your eggs, the hens' eggs. You can make little things, little things. Um, I'm trying to look around here, and I have those little clay things. It's like $1 for those little clay things, and you can roll them up, and you can make them into cups. You can make like a little vase, or you can make a little jewelry box, just a box. You can make a box. Pallets are pretty much free in a lot of places, and you can use a miter saw and them hand saws, and those little Japanese ones that they sell at you. Maybe I will say they're good. No, I may have gotten mine at Amazon. I'm sorry, got it at Amazon, but it was really cheap, less than $10. And embroidering things, and I'm not talking about like kind that you hang on the wall. Clothes, embroidering clothes, bejeweling clothes, um, making holes, turning holes into like flowers or something, you know. Taking t-shirts, sweatshirts, and cutting them in half, and then sewing two together if one half of it's stained or whatever. Or you can just like embroidery over that, or get your iron-on patch, make one, and put it on there. And there's just a whole lot of different things. And honestly, I'm going to be coming on here and doing it on camera, not this one, but I will be doing things on camera. This is motivating me to do it, and also I can hopefully help somebody out there to find a way to make income. I do care about you, and I hope and pray that you have a good weekend. And I will try my best to be on camera Monday. I may be doing some Sunday or whatever. I haven't quite figured out. I didn't have a plan for all of this, but I just want to say God bless you, and thank you for watching my video. I have no idea if anybody came to watch, but I definitely care, and I hope that um, somebody is lifted up and will practice this, perspective of just shifting your perspective. Don't think you're a loser. Don't You didn't lose. You lose a job. You gained an opportunity, and all you have to do is find it. You might find several opportunities, but yeah, believe in yourself, believe in God, and hang in there. Keep your chin up, and keep on keeping on. If I can do it, you can.